resume is as long as the storied tradition of the sport. A three-time Pro Bowler of the Year. He's second all-time in Pro Tour wins. A three-time Massachusetts and New Hampshire state singles title holder. Please welcome from East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, the reigning Pro Bowler of the Year, Craig the Assassin Holbrook. He's one of the true masters of candlepin bowling with 11,200 games to his credit. Please welcome the Ladder 5 champion from Rain, Mass, Lou the Vaporizer Alberghini. From New England, the candlepin bowling capital of the universe. Small ball just got a whole lot bigger. World champion bowlers. Fierce competition. Big cash prizes. It's Candlepins for dollars.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a fired-up Pilgrim Lanes. We're in Haverhill, Mass, and it's championship night. Hi, everybody. Frank Malicote along with my partner all season long. It's Mike Morin. We are so happy to have you with us as we crown a champion of all 6 of our ladders. It's the final championship night, and boy, do we got a good one. Lou Alberghini, the top seed, going up against the Bowler of the Year, Craig Holbrook. Talk about those two gentlemen in a minute, but first things first, they are playing for cash, a $500 difference between the winner and the loser, and it's all supplied by Paula Moore and Travel Anywhere up in Bedford, New Hampshire. The money during this flight, $1,500 to the winner, $1,000 to the runner-up.
And thanks to TNT Vacations for TNT Bowling Bucks. 3 marks in a row, $25. Another mark, another mark, another mark. We keep giving you another $25. The added bonus the last several ladders is the TNT Triple Strike Vacation to the Iberostar Punta Cana Resort in the Dominican Republic. All-inclusive resort, hotel, air, transfers, and of course the all-important food and drinks. We toss those in too.
We will. We need 3 strikes though, and there's the final ladder. As you can see, Holbrook coming up from the 2 spot. Alberghini just waiting week after week after week.
This was not very difficult to predict. Holbrook and Alberghini, the 2 very strong bowlers, and Baker was the 3rd strongest in the bunch. And true to form, this is who we have in the finals, Alberghini and Holbrook.
And like we've done throughout the championship finals here, you've got to weigh the balls, make sure they're legit.
Absolutely. It's done before most major tournaments, and for today's championship round, I mean, this is the culmination of the season. I want to make sure everybody's balls are within conformity.
Let's meet the bowlers now. Craig Holbrook out of East Bridgewater. He is the Bowler of the Year. Quite frankly, the best bowler right now in New England. Tell us about him.
Craig Holbrook is unbelievable. He, of course, won the last ladder. Last week, Sean Baker coming in with an average of 133. His high single 196, triple up there in the 500s at 505. His qualifying house was Norwood Sports Center in Norwood, Mass.
And it's an all South Shore final. Lou Alberghini, our top seed all the way around. And Lou, the flamboyant one, you're going to like this guy, I got to tell you.
He is fun to watch, Frank, with a high single of 214, high 3, a 519, averaging 130. He has 11,200 games, and not once, not twice, but 3 times, Lou Alberghini has been over a 500 triple. Amazing.
Should be a great final match. It's Lou Alberghini taking on Mr. Holbrook, and Mr. Holbrook's up first. And Holbrook out of the chute, dropping 7, leaving 3. And the wood coming into play there.
Yeah, he wanted to hit the object pin right where the piece of wood came together with the 2 pin, and that's what he did, and everything went as planned for a first frame spare.
And the lefty wheeling. Doing a little math there. It looks like he knocked down 4, so fill up that spare in box number 1. With a 14. And a little stingy there. Father Al watching on as he did last week. And he'll settle for a 9-box, spare 9, 9 and 14. Give him a 23 out of the gate. Lou Alberghini, tell us about this guy.
Well, his nickname is the Vaporizer, and if you've not seen him bowl before, you'll understand why once you see him get rocking and rolling. He is the master of body English, and he has an impressive resume of some very high scores that we told you about at the beginning of the match today. Just plain out an entertaining bowler.
And Lou knocking down 8. First crack.
And that's a pretty good setup for him.
Lorianne, Brianna, and Ashley. 2 daughters, his wife. his biggest cheerleaders. Lou's a little outnumbered in the household. It's the way he likes it. He starts out with a big spare.
He had kind of a relieved look on his face after that one went, because with Wood, you just never can tell what's going to happen.
Now, he's a designer of shoes.
He works for Reebok International, and he does make specialized shoes and prototypes for Reebok athletes. I'm sure many that we would know. There they are.
There they are.
Imagine being able to make your own bowling shoes perfectly comfortable out of the materials that you want.
Life is good. Well, pretty good fill there. He picks up 5 pins on Holbrook out of the gate and has a 19 here with the fine fill. And taking his time. Zeroes in. And for good reason. Zeroes in and finds it. Spare. Craig Holbrook trying to answer. 45 years of age. He's from East Bridgewater, Mass. Home house is the Hanover Bowlodrome. And he's never broken 200 in a single game.
You know, one thing we haven't talked about him is that he is into fantasy football, and he was the 2004 national champion.
Team Surge. Yeah, that is remarkable, because I'm into that too, and I can't even get out of the WB 56 gang here.
And there it is. The 5 and the 10 are last to go. Beautiful shot on the half Worcester line. Right.
We, of course, are now the CW. Last football season, the WB. 7 down, 3 to get, so a 7 fill there. Think so. Beneficial. Spare him up again. That's 3 out of 4 he has marked in. And Alberghini coming up now with 2 spares, hoping to fill up number 2. Well, you know, you take your time when you can do that kind of stuff. That's a strike. Here's Lou Alberghini now on the best thing he does on the lanes.
I think I contribute a lot to the game with my antics up there, whether they're liked or not. I put a lot of emotion into every ball when I throw it, and I'm not afraid to show it up there. So I think I make a pretty good show when I'm up there, win or lose. It's always interesting. And, you know, hopefully that inspires some people to get into the game, like younger kids and stuff, and show that they can express themselves up there. Because bowling is, you know, it's a kind of a quiet game unless you add a little twist to it.
Well, I don't think he likes that too much, though. Spread eagle. See if Lou can get them all. Take care of the 6 and the 10 and 4 to get. And that was off a strike, so he fills that with a 6 and a 55. So up 15 through completed boxes. And you would have thought the 7 might go down there, but it holds steady. 7 and the 2, or the 3 remain. Give an 8 box and a 63, but Holbrook working on a spare now.
Holbrook knocks a strike on there. He'd have 60. It would be a 3-pin match. And this, of course, a possible TNT Bowling Bucks opportunity for $25. And I'd say that's a pretty good bet with a single pin remaining for Craig Holbrook.
Pretty good fill there with a 9. And at this level, a single pin is usually a guarantee. Thank you, Craig. Didn't want to jinx him there.
$25 TNT Bowling Bucks, and we'll give him 25 more if he gets another mark right here.
Craig Holbrook's father, Alice, here. His wife, Rose. Got 2 daughters, Mara and Tori, 15 and 12. And he's staring at 3 right there, so it's a 7 drop. Tack on another 17 onto that 5th box.
Standing room only today at Pilgrim Lanes. People like Anthony Pastore have returned. John Zappi. Saw Dave Barber in the crowd.
Gene Gallagher's
Gary
back.
Carrington is here, I'm told. Wow.
Dick Duncan back. He was in the 5th ladder. We've got something very special coming up. We're going to give away that Toyota. We got a couple of people that have been picked randomly through your emails and from the Bob stores and all throughout. And they're going to go toe-to-toe. 1 string for a chance to drive away in a brand new Toyota Tundra pickup truck.
And let's point out this will be the single largest prize ever for a Candlepin bowling match.
Unbelievable.
1 string of bowling. Little skip lob there for Lou Alberghini, attempting to pick up that spare. Still leaves 4.
And we can tell you who's going to be taking part. Kathy Giacchetti. Kathy is from Weymouth, Mass. And Anthony DiBenedetto out of Shrewsbury, Mass. Young man and a mother of 1. Should be some fun. Coming up a little later in the show.
Interesting thing I found about Anthony, the young man who's 22, is that he is not a Candlepin bowler. He is a 10-pin bowler. So as I understand it, he went out and did a little practicing, and boy, I tell you what, that's a game that really is very difficult to transition from sometimes.
Well, they are warming up in the wings right now, so we'll see how that works out a little bit later in the show. Alberghini with a 10 box sits at 73, and through completed boxes trails Holbrook by 3. A little bit of wood, and that might help if he can hit it head on and push that over to the 7.
Exactly. Hit it maybe on the stripe or just below it.
There you go. Banks it, grabs the 7, spare him up. And we got a tight match here, folks. It's our championship of the Tournament of Champions. And right now, Craig Holbrook, the bowler of the year, is up 2 pins. And as we mentioned, you're going to meet the 2 contestants and watch their 1-string roll-off to win this beauty right here. A brand new 2006 Toyota Tundra worth $40,000. It's all coming up, so don't you dare go away. You're watching Candlepins for Dollars.
We head north to the state of Maine once again for the Candlepins for Dollars House of the Week. Saco Valley Sports Center on Pine Street. Been there before? Well, why not try it out if you're up in Maine? And that's a good place to qualify for our show in Freiburg. Frank Lane, by the way, the manager, we thank you very much. And Frank and I would like to thank everybody, all the houses of the week and all the proprietors who helped get bowlers together for this, our first season of Candlepins for Dollars.
It's been a blast, guys, and we got a great match here. Our championship of the Tournament of Champions. Bowler of the year right here, Craig Holbrook, with a 2-pin lead going into box number 7, game 1. One to get with a lot of traffic to get through.
What is this? Is this a new dance step I've not seen?
There's John Zappi, Anthony Pastore, and up left there, Dick Duncan.
And Skip Easterbrook's still there. I did mention him a moment ago.
He's still there. I saw his daughters back there. It's alumni corner, we call it. A lot of the bowlers coming back to see how this all turns out. And that's a spare, Craig Holbrook. And a nice round of applause. There's Papa Al.
Could have been a strike. The 8-pin would not go down. And that is not good wood.
But a pretty good fill at 9. It's still moving, though. No, right above the mark there. Got it.
Made it work.
Yep, sure did. Spare him up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spares. And just 2 open boxes, both of those 9 boxes. Sitting at 104 on top of the spare. Here's Lou Alberghini now at 83 in an open box here, box 7. And he's got the 4 horsemen right side and a stingy little 7-pin sitting in the corner.
Now this young man has something called the Python Pit. His home
I've seen pictures.
Basement lane. Didn't he and John Zappi have like a 10-string tournament or something between the 2 of them?
I think they did. Lou Alberghini tried to get the kicker over, nearly got split. Settles for a 9 box and a 92.
It's amazing how many people have some semblance of a bowling lane on their property, in their basement, in their barn. I think Dick Duncan said he wanted to put one.
He bought one, actually. He bought some of the old lanes from Maple Lanes down on the South Shore.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to reassemble them eventually in his barn.
And we had that email about a month ago from somebody in Canada who's also got a little bowling lane in his house.
There's Dick Duncan right there. Bowls out of Hanson, the Hanson Bowlodrome. Built in 1959, I want to say, but in the mid-late 50s.
Bowling pretty much was peaking late 50s, early 60s. For instance, the city of Worcester had nearly 24 bowling centers. Today, as far as I know, not one.
That's hard to believe. That's where it all started.
Very sad. That's right. Back in the 1880s. So we still have a relatively young game compared to bowling in general, which goes back to Egyptian times.
Whoa. Like that I didn't know.
Read your Bible, Frank.
Okay. Help me out. Corinthians. Never mind. We won't go there. Tough fill there. Just a 2 on that spare. 116. And not a good cleanup. Right now through completed boxes. 16-point advantage for Holbrook. Trying to at least get some of the... Oh, man, was that sweet. Grabs the 3 and gets one to teeter over to grab the other 2. Man.
So it was the 6-pin, I believe, that went over. Took the 4, which then went into the 7.
Decided to say hello to the rest of the game.
Well, he's pretty much got to make this a cut shot. wood is too far behind to really do any good.
One more to get. And if he gets this, Holbrook out of the box, game one, and he does with a 136. So a nice start. Craig Holbrook and Lou Alberghini right now with some work to do to catch up. Takes care of it. Half the pins, 5 more to get. Now we have a picture of the Python pit, and there it is, proudly displayed on your left-hand side of your screen. That's Lou Alberghini, and I guess him and John Zappi spent a few hours down there. Their own version of the Easter tournament, I suppose, huh?
Pins look like they're a little bit scaled down.
Yeah, the pin setters are their hands, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they set for each other. And I'm not sure if there were, shall we say, payments exchanged based on this tournament.
Mum's the word. Perhaps a few good dinners. 8 box for Lou.
You think Lou's a good cook?
With a name like Alberghini, I'd imagine he is.
He's got to be.
He's got to be. We'll have to ask him during the break here.
Skip lob, but still a legal shot. It's 3-5 and the 9.
He's going to need a spare here to get it a little bit closer.
Tough shot because of the double wood, and there's no wood on the plate to help out.
This is the spare. Kingpin remains. If he gets that, it's a 118, and he will trail by 18 pins. And there you go. He bags it. It's a 10 box. It's good for a 118, but he trails in the match, however, by 18 pins. There are the numbers there. You're watching the championship of the Tournament of Champions. It's Holbrook, it's Alberghini, and game 2 is coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. It is game 2 of our championship of the Tournament of Champions. Right now, the bowler of the year, Craig Holbrook, on top of Lou Alberghini by 18. Alberghini out of the box, leaving a kingpin 9-drop.
We've come 35 weeks to get to this, the crowning moment of our first season of Candlepins for Dollars.
Lou Sr. right there. Lou Alberghini's father. Oh! Nuts!
Took a shot, pin redirected it, served as a roadblock. He'll hope for a 10.
And double bouncer doesn't work. Settle for a 9 box here in the opening frame, game 2. Trailing by 18.
Well, it was the 4 horsemen right side, but the 3 pin went down, so it's 3 horsemen and 1 pin in the left corner.
A lot of wood, too. You can kind of trim the 1 on the left.
Well, he was actually going for the right side to direct the ball toward the pins in the corner, but it didn't work out because he missed the object pin.
And once again, right side missing. 8 box for Lou. So a markless start here in game 2. Sets at 17. 2 open boxes. And your leader right now, Craig Holbrook, on top by 18 through completed boxes. And there he goes. Here's Craig Holbrook after that strike on what makes him so successful on the lanes. Here's Craig.
I kind of have like controlled aggression, even though some people say that I'm kind of quiet, and I am kind of quiet, but I'm always at least aggressive up there, you know, trying to throw the ball as best I can for as long as I can. I think that's it. That, and I'm usually pretty accurate, too.
So you're the quiet version of Lou Alberghini?
There's only one Lou. Yeah. Actually, people complain sometimes that I'm so quiet. They don't know if I'm bowling really good or really bad. So I'm kind of like a silent assassin or whatever. I sneak up on them.
Well, he's pretty sneaky there. While he was chatting, back-to-back strikes, and Lou in the middle of box number 3 here on his 3rd shot with 7 drops so far. He's 1 away from the trip.
It sounds like a a Rambo scenario, the vaporizer and the silent assassin.
Yeah.
But you're right about that. TNT Triple Strike Vacation to Punta Cana, the Iberostar Resort in the Dominican Republic. If Holbrook can tack on a 3rd strike. Of course, we also give him the cash, too, the $25 for 3 marks in a row.
Well, you can buy a drink with that down there.
That's about right, huh?
Although those
It's
are
all-inclusive.
All-inclusive. Hey, Lou Alberghini, hang it tough with the strike.
Lou's saying, how much you want to buy that strike for, Craig? It's for sale.
Ladies and gentlemen, for a trip for two to the Dominican Republic, here's Craig Holbrook. Needs the strike. Not this time around. He dropped 6, so that first strike, it's a nice 26 in the first box, but needed 4 more to do some traveling. And now he gets it. What a great pickup there for the spare.
We'll let you see it again right here. Hits the head pin on the right side, and everything scrambles to 7 in the 8th. And $25 TNT bowling bucks. Not a trip to the Dominican, but he'll take it.
Oh! Lou saying, you know, have mercy.
Another look here, Brooklyn side. 6 is the last to go, and there's another $25, $50 in TNT bowling bucks, and this is what you expect in the Tournament of Champions final round.
Perfect game so far. 3 strikes and a spare, and Lou working off a strike himself here.
And once again, this is not good wood. If it was a lot closer, he could work with it, but the ball will possibly be redirected.
You can tell the audience starting to get into this one as well.
Oh, yeah.
A lot up for grabs here.
The excitement is contagious. We have a packed house today.
And missing there, $9 for Lou after the strike. Sits at 54, and Holbrook pouring it on now. Oh, can he get a kicker? No.
And he'd like that piece of wood to get out of there. He's had wood issues today. Yeah, he's waving it off.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It worked.
You only have to stay away from that wood in the gutter, though, because if you touch that before it hits the 10-pin, it's not a spare. And a lot of times bowlers will overcompensate and go too far to the left, trying to avoid it.
Stay out of the wood.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's golf, but I could be wrong. Well, a couple of a 9 and a 10 box. Right now, Craig Holbrook, perfect game. So you can see 3 strikes and a spare. Working on a strike right now. He's in a bit of a zone, but work to be done here with a split.
Well, he came in with an 18-pin lead, and he's just piling it on right now. By the time we go to break, it could be 50 or 60.
Wow, man! Another shimmy, and he knocks out the 6. Look at that, off the wall.
Not a cut shot, but a bank shot off the left kickback.
And the fill, not quite what he thought. A 5 fill. You want fireworks, folks, you got it. He's working a spare. He sits at 101. Add the fill, could be a 121 through 6. Holbrook pouring it on. We'll do the math, and we'll finish string number 2 when we come. You're back. It's the Tournament of Champions. Stay with us, everybody.
Well, you probably noticed we've set our professional Candlepin bowlers up with some really snazzy threads this year. Bowling shirts come to us compliments of Leisure Line, custom embroidery and silk screening. They're on River Road in Haverhill. And yes, they've got a website, leisureline.com.
And a big thank you to Crown Trophy. They're on South Main Street in Middleton, Mass, providing all the hardware for our Candlepins for Dollars winners. And you can get them on the web as well at crowntrophy.com. Welcome back, everybody, and you see the score right there, plus 65 for Craig Holbrook, who has a perfect game going. He had 6 marks, and right now, if he can keep it going, he's got a potential for a 200 game. Lou says, take that. Oh! Not quite ready to go down. Not a problem. Spare him up. Big Barber. Watching on, out of limb. 4 matches here before finally losing to Sean Baker, ladder number 3. Lou Alberghini trying to get back into this one now. Hey, there you go! Strike it up! Spare Alberghini, who was down 65.
Power hit, pocket side, trip 4, 2 marks in a row. Now Holbrook on 6 in a row and $100 in TNT bowling bucks.
Knocked down more than I thought. Was off left side from the 1 pin. Fills with a 7, a 118. And missing there for a chance for the spare. Chips one in the audience is disappointed. And it's a 9 box. He's got an open. Lou says, thanks. You're killing me here.
And if Holbrook wants to get a 200 game, he'll need a triple strike. Just doing the math ahead of time for you.
Yeah.
Going to take a look, and yes, that piece of wood, as you can see, extending a couple inches over the deadwood line there is Andrew Medeiros. Lob line judge, football judge, and gets a round of applause for clearing the out-of-play piece of wood.
Dead eye on. Another spare for Holbrook.
Better than a 50-pin lead with 2 boxes to go in game number 2.
Lou Alberghini working on a strike. Mixed him up a little better. That could have been a punch. Settles for 6. Doesn't hurt him. Gets 2 on the strike. Oh, what a great shot. What a great shot. And a nice fill on the strike.
Watch the back door on the last 2 pins, the 6 into the 3 from behind. And that's 3 marks in a row, $25 TNT bowling bucks now for Lou Alberghini.
Unbelievable. He's doing it, though. Oh, missing left side.
It's 2 balls in a row that he's put over in that neck of the woods, missing the head pin. And the fill is going to hurt him here at only 3.
No spare to be done here in number 10. And the best he can do is a 127 if he can get the 10 box. And he'll settle for a 125 with the 8. Nice round of applause for Lou Alberghini. A 243 double for him. Craig Holbrook now has been immense here in game 2. All spares and strikes except for 1 frame.
Look at that. Back row and the 5 pin.
Man.
How many times did he hit the pins the same way and get a strike? This time only half of them.
They're counting in the background. Well, he cleared out 3. 2 more to get. Likely an open frame.
And still at least 150 in the 9th frame.
And nearly got it to jump. Doesn't grab the 8. It remains. It's a 9 box and a 151 through 9.
He'll have about a 50-pin lead or more if he marks going into the final game. And a mark will be tough to come by here for sure.
Absolutely.
2-4-6.
Incredible game already. Needs 9 for a 160. Certainly has that. 1 more pin for the 160. Oh, missing. Settles for 159. Well, we've got a great match. 2 champions going toe-to-toe. It's our championship of our Tournament of Champions. Coming up, we're going to finish our 3rd string. And then you're going to meet the contestants and watch their 1-string roll-off for a brand new Toyota Tundra. It's coming up right now. It's what the Candlepin community has been waiting all year for. As Weymouth's own Kathy Giacchetti squares off against Shrewsbury's Anthony DiBenedetto. 1 string of bowling with the winner taking home a brand new Toyota Tundra pickup truck. Let's see what she can do. Things started slowly for Kathy G. After 2 straight gutter balls, she answered with some power. There we go.
It could be a 10 box.
Oh, how about that? Anthony countered with an 8 drop and trailed by 1 after 1. In the 2nd box, Kathy brought the crowd to its feet.
Could it be a spare?
Holy moly! Kathy Giacchetti.
Look at this, a 9 and a spare to start.
Kathy filled that spare with 3 and finished the 3rd with a 9. After 3 complete, Kathy led Anthony by 8 pins. In box number 4, Anthony answered back, evening the match. And there you go. Spare him up, Anthony DiBenedetto there. The contest was dead even, 36 apiece after 4 complete. Kathy Giacchetti took a 3-pin lead at the midway point when both bowlers finally kicked it into high gear. And they bet on us, too, as I recall, too.
There's a spare.
Look at that.
Her second spare. Keeping the pressure on Anthony DiBenedetto.
$40,000 automobile, a Toyota Tundra. They're dead even, folks.
Wow.
They are dead even. Look at that. Spare him up. Well, he's down 3, actually, but pretty darn close. Kathy and Anthony traded 8s and 6s in the 7th and 8th boxes, respectively. Through 8 complete, Kathy Giacchetti led Anthony DiBenedetto by just 4 pins, 71-67. In box number 9, Kathy increased her lead to 7 pins as the match with the game's biggest prize ever came down to the final frame.
This is huge.
And it's looking good. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Look at that.
he needs a spare and a good fill to win this match.
A 10 with an 89 finish.
It all comes down to the shot right here for a $40,000 Toyota Tundra.
4 horsemen, left side. No!
Got a winner.
I'm not sure she knows just yet.
You won. Yes. We just gave her the news. 11-pin victory.
How about that?
Wow.
Kathy Giacchetti driving home in a brand new car. A Toyota Tundra pickup truck, 2006. Hugs all around. And here's our winner, Kathy Giacchetti, and our runner-up, Anthony DiBenedetto.
Anthony, I got to ask you, what's it feel like to bowl for something worth $40,000? Something that, by the way, no other professional Candlepin bowler has ever done.
It's pretty ridiculous because, you know, I'm in college and I got a lot of loans and not a lot of money. So when I found out that I could win that much, it was pretty pumped.
Well, you were behind the 8 ball right away. Kathy threw a spare at you in the 2nd frame, so you knew you had your work cut out for you.
Yeah, she put the hustle on today, going out, throwing the 2 gutter balls, and then coming out with the spare to start.
Well, congratulations. We have a CW prize pack and some goodies from Dunkin' Donuts for you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Frank.
and our winner right here. Yeah, hearty handshake right there.
Good luck with school.
Thank you.
Kathy Giacchetti joins me now. And how you feeling?
Oh, I still can't believe it. It hasn't even sunk in yet.
We were talking to your husband, and he said that you were feeling a little queasy before the match.
I thought I was going to get sick.
And he also said, I'm glad she was in red because she was beat red before she came out here as
I'm
well.
sure I'm beat red now still.
Well, just talk about winning a Toyota truck and the pressure you must have felt going out there.
Well, since I got the call Thursday, I tried bowling Thursday, and I bowled Saturday and Sunday. And last night, but last night I was getting sore because I'm out of shape, so I said, forget it. And I just went home and rested.
So,
But my son is already in England. He thinks he'd like to have the truck.
okay, well, you know what? You need these to do it, huh, Mom?
Oh.
Here's the keys to a brand new 2006 Toyota Tundra
Thank
pickup
you.
truck. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And I want to say thank you to everyone. I had a great time watching the bowling on TV and participating in the contest.
Okay, well, Kathy Giacchetti, our big Tundra winner, and a big shout-out to Toyota, too. Here's your winner, the brand new Toyota truck.
I have a Toyota Avalon.
Now she has 2.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kathy Giacchetti is your 2006 Toyota Tundra contest winner. We'll be right back with the completion of the championship match between Lou Alberghini and Craig Holbrook as Candlepins for Dollars continue. And welcome back, everybody, as we begin Game 3 of our championship of the Tournament of Champions. And right now, the man to beat, Craig Holbrook, perhaps insurmountable, up 53 pins. He's the bowler of the year and still going strong.
He is. He just needs to play a really clean game, if possible. Get into the 120s, 130s. Force Lou Alberghini to get about a 190 game. And he should be good enough to win this first Tournament of Champions.
How about Kathy Giacchetti?
Oh, you know what's interesting is all these guys have been bowling for years and years for a lot of money. But in one game, Kathy won the biggest single prize in the history of Candlepin bowling.
$40,000 brand new Toyota pickup truck, a Tundra, a nurse in Quincy. Unbelievable. Congratulations.
And until we kind of telegraphed the fact that she won, she looked over us here at the scoring table. We gave her the "you won" sign. She wasn't really sure.
That's right. That's right.
Just probably out there in the zone somewhere, and who could blame her? I would be.
And a nice pair there for Mr. Holbrook. And kudos, too, to Anthony DiBenedetto, who was very gracious in defeat and was supposed to fly out to California and had to stop that just so he could do it, and ended up on the short side of that.
So what, it cost him a little money to switch his ticket, I guess, to change the flight.
But he got on TV and got a nice prize pack from Dunkin' Donuts and all of us here at the CW, and probably has a memory for life, I'm sure.
Oh, I would bet. Young guy getting into video production. Both just charming people, so very different it was almost a level playing field right from the start, which made it fun.
Back to our match now. Championship here. Anthony Pastore looking at his handicap card. Our 6th seed in the Tournament of Champions, ladder 2 champ. And Lou needs a lot of those to get back into this.
Look at the 10-pin, last to go, got a little nudge from all the other pins on the plate.
It's kind of fun when they all fall together.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen that often. There's usually one pin that kind of
scrambles them all.
Yep.
Well, I'm shocked it didn't go down. John Zappi watching on. Good friend of Lou Alberghini. Craig Still. Alberghini. Spare him up.
Who was the actress Anna Marie Alberghini, I think, years and years ago?
I went to college with Matt Righetti. We've been doing a few shows. I start bringing in my childhood friends and college friends. I think I called Sean Baker Chris Baker a couple of times. It was my best friend in high school. So.
Only a 4-fill with the spread eagle. And we can't give him any bonus bucks here because he didn't get the spare out of it, but a nice 10 bucks.
How about that? 10 bucks. Gary Carrington in the house. Super bowler. His dad, Frank, always in the audience here as well out of Plastow, New Hampshire. You never did see Gary.
There's Gary Carrington winning the Easter Sunday tournament this year for $5 grand at Leda Lanes, an annual tournament.
Lorianne watching on as tries to climb back in. Hey!
Sweet.
Great shot.
I believe he shot this one from the outside on the left side of the head pin. Yep. Bang the 1 into the 6 and the 10.
It's going to fill with 5.
Well, it's a spread eagle minus the 2-pin. He'll go, of course, to shave the 3 over into the 4. And he did it, and I can't believe he hit it so thinly that the 10-pin didn't go.
Do we dare bring out that Hawk Halla story again?
Go ahead, be my guest.
No,
Joe Ashline hates me already, probably.
We'll leave it at that. We'll keep it on the Hawk Halla side. He came back down 60-plus pins.
62 pins with 8 boxes to go.
Well,
this one's a little bit more dramatic, 58 pins with 6 boxes to go.
Half Worcester left side.
But you know, if Lou puts 2 or 3 strikes in a row together, you got a shot.
Let's see what that wood does there. Caps it. Good job.
Perfect.
Great job. Cues it straight into the 7th.
I thought he was going to go right by it, but he just got a piece of it. Look at that.
Perfect shot. And needed the wood to bounce off the sideboard and knock it out.
You want to learn how to shoot spares, you watch these guys because they know the wood. They've seen just about every possible combination.
Perhaps 2-2 to get. The 7 and the 8 remain for a 10 box and a 73 for Craig Holbrook. Game 3.
Oh.
Well, even the pros miss. Give him an 8 box and a 71. So Holbrook only with 2 marks so far through 6. Alberghini with 2 through 4. Couple open boxes. Perhaps he can capitalize. Oh! Lou's father, Lou Sr.
And the wood is creeping up to form a guide for him.
Couldn't need it. Got it. Well, he'll pick up a few here to Holbrook's empty box.
He could pull it within 40 pins if he gets another mark with a decent fill. With 4 boxes to go. Still possible.
Perhaps a playoff.
Unlikely, but
I know.
1 box roll-off could happen. And once again, he has some help with the piece of wood that would guide the ball in if he were to miss a little bit to the left.
Hey, got it. Spare him up. So will Alberghini get back in this match? We shall see. You are watching the Tournament of Champions right now at Craig Holbrook way out in front, plus 43. The final 4 boxes coming up right here on Candlepins for Dollars. And we are back. The final 4 boxes of the inaugural season here of Candlepins for Dollars. And right now he is the man. He is the bowler of the year. And he is your leader. And right now the odds-on favorite to take the first title here as he keeps pouring it on, up 43, and now that's a strike.
He had kind of an
Alberghini.
aw shucks look on his face when that one went down.
Well, he is winning large right now. But then again, if you get a little too overconfident, they throw that at you.
It's a spread eagle and the 9-pin.
Takes care of the left side. We'll fill that strike, though, with a 6. And gets the kicker, too.
He could do no wrong.
Only needs a 104 to break 400.
Think he'll make it?
I think he just might. 2 boxes. Needs 7 pins. I'll put my money on. Lou working off a spare, so that's going to help with a 9 fill.
The winner gets $1,000 from Travel Anywhere of Bedford. $1,500. The winner, $1,000 to the runner-up.
Wow, that hurts there. Easy spare, waiting. And I think Lou realizes now that this one may be out of reach. 99, 87 through completed boxes here.
Oh. Well, we've had really close matches for most of the ladders here. 7 pins, 11 pins, 8 pins, and last week about 21 pins. So this will be the biggest difference, probably.
And the Baker match went down to the last couple of frames anyway, so even though Holbrook poured it on. Punch out with a 6. So it's slipping away from Lou Alberghini now at a 105.
Well, if he threw 4 strikes in a row, that'd give him 165, which would give him 409. So 14 pins here in the next 2 boxes will make this mathematically impossible.
How many pins again?
He needs 14 pins, Holbrook does. But that would assume that Alberghini would throw 4 strikes in a row.
Highly unlikely.
I agree.
Yeah. Especially with old Deadeye.
Well, there's
chucking away his, huh?
He throws 3 pins right here or more, it's over. Mathematically, for all practical purposes, it's over anyway. There's your winner, Tournament of Champions, Season 1.
Craig Holbrook, no surprise, Player of the Year. And who can forget his match with Chris Sargent, ladder number 6. And finishing out the string here. Leaves 1, give him a 9, add that to a 113, give him a 122. And he finishes with a 418 triple, which I believe is second only to Lou Alberghini's.
430.
430.
He was still alive until that 1 pin stood. Actually, no, he could best he could do would have been 409. So
Easterbrook's watching. I believe Dave Barber might have had the record though.
Maybe a 441.
440, I believe that was.
Like that.
And Lou going out in style, sparing up in the 9th. And finishing strong with a nice 9 drop for the 9th box.
Yes, 440 for Dave Barber, including a 192 game. And the week before he had 431, so he was actually 2 times ahead of a 418 triple.
And he finishes with the spare. So 1 extra ball. The final ball in our inaugural season here at Candlepins for Dollars belongs to Lou Alberghini, who will be the runner-up to champion Craig Holbrook.
Throws a strike. That'll be 3 marks and a final TNT triple payoff of 3 marks in a row.
Let's do it. Well, they're still tumbling, and it's an 8 drop at 18, so the 24. You get a 142. So Lou Alberghini with a hug and a handshake and a nice finishing 142, but not enough to beat Craig Holbrook, your bowler of the year. Coming up, there are the numbers. We will chat with the winner and the runner-up as Candlepins for Dollars continues. Stay with us, everybody.
Candlepins for Dollars is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealer, Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin', and Sullivan Tire and Auto Service.
Welcome back, everybody. We're proud to say there is our champion and the runner-up. Too much Craig Holbrook in this one. 418, a big 160 in that second game. Just too much for Alberghini.
In retrospect, for the last 5 weeks, it came out to the #1 and the #2 seeds. Not unusual. Craig Holbrook and Lou Alberghini. It was an exciting 5-week run, ladies and gentlemen. And what a great finish for Craig Holbrook.
And a great round of applause. These bowlers deserve it. So does Paula Moore. She's from Travel Anywhere. It's so nice to donate the money for our championship flight. And I know, Paula, you have a check for Lou?
I do. Congratulations. You made this a fun tournament to watch today.
It was a lot of fun.
And Lou, I guess that second game got the best of you. 160, and he was really pouring it on.
Well, you can't do nothing. There's no defense in the game, and Craig's a great bowler. He's thrown, I've known Craig for a long time, and I can't count how many 160s I've seen him throwing, so it's nothing unusual to me to see.
Sure.
He's a great bowler.
You're a guy that shows his emotions on the lanes. You freely admit that. How do you keep things in check so that you can focus on your bowling when it's getting away from you?
I don't know. You just stay up there and you don't give up. You just keep trying as hard as you can and try to make it respectable in the end if it isn't your day, because it's always somebody's day up there. So, you know, just today wasn't my day.
So is it back to the Python pit?
It's back in the Python pit, more practice.
Well, good luck. Lou Alberghini, ladies and gentlemen, big hand, our runner-up. Lou, thank you so much. Craig Holbrook, come on over here. Paula back here. Craig, congratulations.
Oh,
I think Paula's got a check for you and a few bonus bucks as well.
Congratulations. You made it a thrill for us there. I was a proud sponsor.
Thank you very much.
Well, how does it feel? You're the champion. You came in through the 6th ladder, qualifying at the final ladder, and here you are in the championship, and you win it all.
It's almost unbelievable. I mean, it's to go through the Pro Tour and be Bowler of the Year and then have this happen. It just, like I said, it doesn't seem real for the moment. Maybe it'll sink in later.
So life begins at 45.
I guess it does. I was, you know, in the bowling circles, I'm known, you know, as a bowler, but I haven't had too much success on TV, so I think I'm starting to change that a little now.
Certainly on this show, you were 2-0. We have a trophy for you right here, courtesy of the folks from Crown Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your Candlepins for Dollars champion, Craig Holbrook.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And as Craig meets his people, it's a final wrap here for Candlepins for Dollars. A big shout out to John Nugent, one of our producers, and of course Jimmy Clark, our director, George Vago, and the rest of the crew for a fine job. And Mike, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
What fun. You did a wonderful job for your first year at Candlepin Bowling, Frank.
Nice
it was
to be aboard.
A pleasure to be at your side.
Well, we all hope to be back here next year at Candlepins for Dollars. For Mike Morin, I'm Frank Malico. Take care, everybody, and good night from Pilgrim Lanes.